Hey, good morning. Cooking with Sue this morning. In honor of Pampered Chef's incentive trip this year to Hawaii, I thought I would do a sweet and sour chicken in my Rockcrok slow cooker stand. So here, let me get you a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. So before I came on screen, I took some chicken thighs, I put it in the Rockcrok everyday pan, and I browned this on my stovetop. So I just browned it a little bit. It adds flavor when you brown your meat before you put it in a crock pot. And you want to make sure that if you're using the slow cooker or the Dutch oven, you can use the same pan. So I'm all about one pot cooking. If you know me personally, I hate doing dishes, and if it isn't dishwasher safe, I pretty much don't buy it. So our new cookware, by the way, is dishwasher safe. So if you're seeing this video, make a comment below. Hi Tara, hi Jackie. So what we're going to do is we are going to put our peppers in last, but I always like to show you guys, this is a tip that a lot of people don't do, is to cut your peppers from the bottom rather than the top, and then you stick your thumbs in the center and you pull it apart like this, and then you stick your thumb in by the seed ball, and you can pull the whole seed ball out without losing any of the pepper. So you save a lot of pepper when you do it that way. So I always recommend that's how you cut it. And we're just going to chunk this. Normally I use my quick slice for my peppers because I put them in strips, but for this recipe we're actually just chunking our peppers because we want it to be like the Chinese restaurant, but we're going to have no MSG, and we're going to have no bad chemicals and high sodium content. So I'm just going to stick this aside because I'm going to use the cutting board for my next tip. So for those of you, hey Jackie, hey Ann, for those of you who don't want to cry, I learned a great tip a couple of weekends ago from my friend Laura. She taught us that if you actually cut out the root core of an onion, that's the part that has the acid in it that makes you cry. So you just take a paring knife and you kind of just work your way around the edge of the pepper, and you get the root ball out, which you don't eat the root ball anyway. You don't eat that part anyway. So you just pop that out, and that'll save you. That's where most of the, your, I can't remember the name of the acid that comes off of it, but that's the majority of it. So once you pull that off, then you're not going to be crying. It's funny, I've done videos like this before, and I would be bawling. My daughter was videoing me one time, and we were all just crying hysterically because the onion was so bad I couldn't continue on. So definitely cut the root ball out. Little tip, it really works. And I'm just going to peel this onion kind of quickly here, and then cut the other end. And one of the things that I love about Pampered Chef is we do have products that are on our outlet, and I'll post a link at the end of this, but we have some great tools right now that are on our outlet that you can get at discount. And now, recently, you can add outlet items. Hey, Kristen, make a comment, say hello. Stephanie, you can add outlet items to an actual order for a customer show. So we're going to take our onions. I just sliced them. This is called, it was a veggie wedger, and it wedges your vegetables into, you know, nicely little pieces like this, which is perfect for what we're doing here. This is also great for wedging oranges if you have kids that are in sporting events. So this might be a product that is still on our outlet. I'm not sure, because the outlet items, by the way, if you see them, you got to order them right away because it's while supplies last. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our measure all cup. This is perfect. It comes 1 cup, 2 cup, and 3. Hey, Mary, nice to see you. 1 cup, 2 cup, and 4 tablespoons. So we're going to use some honey bear. And did you know if you have allergies that, actually I think I'll pour easier. If you have allergies, you should buy your honey locally. So I know that Merrimack Valley, there's kids that have a bee hive as well. I have a friend that in Webster who has bees. If you buy your honey locally, it uses the pollen from the trees that are right near where you are. So what's so great about that is you're going to get the correct pollen protection from your honey. So buying honey from out of state probably isn't the best thing. I mean, it's okay, but local honey actually will help you with your allergies. So I am going to just, let me get a scraper here. As you know, our silicone scrapers are dishwasher safe. They're molded with the handle right on it so that it won't come flying off. Now we're going to add a little bit of soy sauce. You can use coconut aminos if you're doing Whole30 or trying to go gluten-free. There are options. Coconut aminos are very similar to soy sauce, and they taste like soy sauce, but they're not made with soy. So it's so funny, my daughter makes fun of me because I call it soy instead of soy. I'm actually from the Boston area, west of Boston. I grew up down in Massachusetts, so I say things like pizza and idea. I have a really good idea. So I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic in here, our garlic press. You got to have more than 1 garlic press, I got to tell you, because mine are always in the dishwasher, so my husband asked me to make sure that I bought a second one. You don't need to peel your garlic if you don't want to, because the garlic will push through the hopper fine, and then you can pull the skins out on this side. I often do peel mine simply because I'm starting to get arthritis in my left thumb, so peeling it makes it easier to scrunch. Okay, so now we're going to use fresh ginger. If you've never bought fresh ginger, when you go to the grocery store, it looks like this. It might even be a bigger piece. You can just snap a piece off this size. You don't have to buy the whole ginger. And let me grab a veggie peeler here. You want to peel your ginger. Before you grate it. But then, if you don't need the whole piece, I always say you need about a thumb's piece per recipe. If you don't need a whole piece of ginger, you can take that peeled ginger, wrap it in aluminum foil, and then stick it in the freezer. And you can pull it out frozen, and you can grate fresh ginger that has been previously frozen in a frozen state. It grates pretty easily frozen, and it'll still give you that really sharp, fresh ginger smell and taste in your recipe. So I normally use my microplane adjustable cheese grater. I'm going to use the small microplane grater for zesting my ginger. Much easier than mincing ginger. So you just rub it up and down. I joke, it looks like one of those things that you do your heels with when you go to the spa. And I'm gonna grate most of this 1 inch because it asks for 2 tablespoons. And you'll be able to see on the back, it's just like zesting a lemon or a lime. You're gonna get the pulp on the other side. And what's so great is that it's fine. So you're not going to get it chunky. You're not going to bite into it. So it's going to be minced just like your garlic. And then when we're done this, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So I guess you guys don't need to see me do this. I can do that in a minute. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar. Now you're probably wondering, dark brown, light brown, what does it matter, right? Well, let me tell you how it matters. Dark brown has a higher content of like molasses in it, so it creates a darker, richer flavor. It's kind of like olive oil. You know, you get olive oil and you can get extra virgin olive oil, or then you can get the second press of olive oil. So we're going to take a 1/2 cup of that, and we're just going to go ahead and plunk that in. And you'll notice Twix-It clips, you got to have these. These go on brown sugar. They go on all my veggies in my freezer. They go on obviously all my chips. Measuring cups are great. They're clear, and I like the shape of them so they can get in a lot of the different containers. And then I'm just going to use, I was going to use a fresh pineapple, but I didn't have one, and I really felt like doing this Hawaiian thing because I was tracking my points to Hawaii. So next year, so this year I'm working towards a trip to Hawaii, and I need everybody's help this year because in order to get the extended stay, they made this trip the top level trip to Hawaii is harder than the trip that I had to earn for Spain, France, and Italy. So, you guys, anybody who's ever hosted a show with me in the past, you need to host a show with me this year. So, April's got a great special, by the way. You get to pick anything in the entire catalog at 60% off in April. And we have new cookware. We have non-stick cookware that can go in the dishwasher, that can use metal utensils on it, that can have high heat, And not only that, but the handles detach off of them so that you can stack them inside each other. And the best part is they have no PFOAs. That's the bad stuff that's in Teflon. So you don't have to worry about health issues with that. And we also have a non-stick stainless steel. So I've been using that at all my shows. I'm doing this really great chicken thigh with asparagus and mushrooms and tomatoes, and I'm putting it over rice. It's a great dish. It's called Fast Fresh Weeknight Meals. So if you want to know how to make something really healthy, hey Kathy, then you definitely want to talk to me about that. I got a bunch of different recipes that I'm doing this month. I have 3 slots still open in April if you guys are interested. Of course, we can do a virtual party, and I can go Facebook Live like this into your virtual party as well. So let me know about that. I would love to help you. So I'm going to mix all of this together with my pineapple. I'm going to turn it on low for about 6 hours, and then I'm going to take a little bit of cornstarch, and I'm going to put cornstarch, a tablespoon of cornstarch with a little bit of cold water, by the way. Cold water helps melt your starch. And then I'm going to mix that up, and I'm going to put it in the bottom, and it's going to make the sweet and sour nice and thick like you get at a Chinese restaurant without any of the chemicals. So if you want this recipe, I'll remember to post it below. Just say me or hi or something, comment so that I know, and I will take care of that. So I hope you guys are doing well, cooking with Sue today. I will be on next, I think I'm going to make a dessert next time. So I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.